Hello, this is Jamie Magrich. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'm going to show you how I made this card. Now I am on a spending freeze, so I'm no longer a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator because I'm not able to purchase anything. However, I had a die set that I purchased at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and I started to play with it, and that's how I came up with this card. I'm also using old Cuttlebug Cricut Swiss dot folder. Dotted Swiss is one of my favorite go-tos for background embossing folders. My card itself, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. This is, I believe, 4 by 5.25. Yep, and I've run it through that Dotted Swiss embossing folder. Right, there you go. Now you can see it. I have a bunch of scraps. I just wanted to make sure that they were wide enough to fit the die on. And I've got a bright pink one, burgundy colored one, and a bright yellow. On those 3 pieces, I've put the sticky back paper on the back. And then I have a piece of green. I think this is an old olive. Then I have a 1/2 inch strip of white, and I just realized I forgot to grab my sentiment, but we'll put the card together without it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've already done this part, so let's put that aside. And I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine. And my plates for it. So turn it this way so you can see. I've got my base plate. I've got my scratchy cutting plate. I'm going to start with my green one. Put my die on it. You might want a piece of posted tape to hold it down so it doesn't slide. See what I mean? Just decides to move. There we go. And run that through. I'm going to have to repeat that for the other 3 colors as well. Put this aside. It doesn't cut the edges here, so I'll have to come back and trim those. And these ones might be a little bit harder to run through because see if they go at that end. Yeah, well, they both should be. So I'm going to tip this one a little bit crooked so I get all those flowers. It's a little bit shorter than it should be. I just need the flowers. I don't need the grass on this one. Yeah, they cut through. Okay, so do these other 2. And this is a little bit of a fiddly card, but it's not difficult. Just fiddly because you got to cut all those flowers off and then attach them all on. There's no right or wrong, but one more. so that's all the die cutting. So we can put this away. All right, now we're going to bring in some snips. And on the first, I'm going to snip here so that the grass, so that it comes out. And then I'm going to carefully weed these out of here. That's the trickiest part. No, they came out before easier, but I didn't have the sticky paper on the back. Okay. So I think I'm just going to peel up the ones that I want. Let's start with the green one. You'll see what I mean. It comes out much easier without the sticky paper. See? Okay. So then I'm going to, like here, I've got the first two are these pink flowers. So I'm just going to snip them off. Since they have the sticky on the back. Must be I didn't get it snipped. And then I'm going to go ahead on top of this, and I'm going to stick that pink one right over the top of the green one. Do the same one for this next one. Snip them off. Before I just clipped them all off and then randomly picked colors. And I didn't have the adhesive on the back. So then I had to go back through, and so then I think it's this one. This one cut all the way through, so then I'll have to pick the sticker off. See what I mean? It's a little bit fiddly, but it's not difficult. And then I think I did this one. And these two here, those two little ones. So then you'll have more to do other cards in different colors. You just would need to cut your green one again. First time around, I just did it so the flowers were cut. And then I had hundreds of little pieces I had to go wading through. I still had to trim them up, so I thought I'd do it this way instead. Okay, so now we'll go to the yellow, and I need this first flower here. Come on. I don't think it cut all the way through. We'll make it work. Trim the stem off. Okay, then we're going over here. Those two right there. Tulips are much easier. You just snip the bottom. Come on. Sorry, I'm off camera. I'm trying to get this little backing off. If you have a little bit of a shadow from the green, that's all right too. This one here, if I can get it. Not, I'll use a different color, but there we go. I got it. All right, and then we're going to this little yellow one, this little one here. Trying to unhook it from the sticky paper. This one here. Okay, and this one here. And these two last ones. Last two on the end here. One more. Yellow one. We get a couple of red ones. Then we can put the card together. And then I need this tulip here. This is less messy using this sticky back, but I think it was easier to cut through without it. I probably should have ran it through a second time just to get through the sticky back paper, because it seems to have cut the paper but not the backing. My paper is splitting. There we go. Some of these little ones, it might be easier to bring in a pair of tweezers. And this little tulip. sticky back off right from the get-go. Much easier. Come on. All right. Try that again. All right, that's all that part. Okay, so we're done with those. Get all these backs off my table. Let me see if I can find a stamp real fast. Simple hello. We'll put a different sentiment on there. We'll put on, hey friend, how's that? Goes this way. And I need ink pad. And need a foam mat. Take this out. I forgot about the stamp part. I thought I had everything ready. Sorry about that. So we'll just put a different sentiment on it. That's good. All right. Now I'm going to bring this in here. Mat. Because I'm going to glue this onto here. And this is 5 inches. So bring in the glue. Put some glue across here. We want the grass to show. That way we didn't have to worry about the bottom of it. See how the bottom is all weird? Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're going to bring in some little dots. I've got yellow ones and red ones. I think these were from a paper pumpkin. Not even sure. And I'm going to stick a dot of the opposite color. The yellow ones, I'm going to put a red dot. You could use little bitty rhinestones, whatever you have. Like I said, I'm in a spending freeze, so use what I have, and then we'll put yellow ones and the other colors. Just kind of finishes them. Makes them so cute. Okay. Then I'll turn this over. And I'm going to put dimensionals just on this strip here. This would be a good use for your edge. It's a little bit wide, but okay, take the backs off. putting in our Swiss dot piece. And this is going to go down here at the bottom. The flowers are just going to float. Get a hair here. There we go. This will get mounted to the front of our card. Now the first one, I used the Tombow glue to glue all those little bits on, and it was a sticky mess. That's why I opted to do the paper on the back of it, the sticky paper instead. There you go. There's the card we just made together. Here's the one I did previously. Well, thank you so much for joining me today at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.